Guten Morgen. Calimera. Guten Morgen. Buenos dias. I think that's all I got. Anyway, I'm back with Mechabellum because my recording software, OBS, is set up for recording. If anybody ever wants to know my recording setup, just let me know. Anyway, it's fun to have a channel. Highly recommend it if you are, I don't know, say going to be retired soon or are retired and have some time to kill. It's pretty fun. The community, though, don't think you're going to get rich. At least if you're like an old man of limited charisma, you're probably not going to get rich off of YouTube. But it's a lot of fun to get to know people. You know, my friend, my son, his friends were mostly virtual. And initially that concerned me. I like, you got to have friends in person. But as he's aged, he's been able to keep in touch with those friends. Whereas, you know, a lot of my high school friends and all of my college friends I've lost touch with over time. But he's done a great job of staying in touch with his friends because they're virtual, right? And we get together once a year with all of them at Gen Con. We've got a big Airbnb with 10 people coming. Oh, man. I am not getting the starting units I wanted. Last time I had Fang and Wasp, which I don't like. And this time it's Marksman with Steel Balls. Whee! These are not units that I am known for being good at playing. Let's just put it that way. Okay. So y'all know, I'm not sure this is good strategy, but y'all know I kind of like to have my units. I'm going to put him there. I'm going to move him over a little there. I always like to maximize my units in the first round by buying 2 more of whatever the cheap one is. Unfortunately, in this case, it's Marksman, who I don't think are very good, if I'm being honest. So, I don't know what I'm going to do here. I could do this. Here's the thing. I don't really like Marksman, but there is an assault version of Marksman that is intriguing me. Now, I'm going to lose this round, and I'm okay with that. Mechabellum, folks. Hey, back with Mechabellum. I think is how I'm supposed to start this. I've decided my midnight post time, midnight my time, is a good time to post whatever I'm playing for fun, right? I've been doing Roblox with Spellbound, which is the tower defense game in Roblox. And now I'm doing some Mechabellum. But that's going to post in the morning in Europe. So that I kind of like it because it's that chance for me to say good morning instead of good evening to my European viewers. And I like Europe a lot. I really need to get to the Far East. You know, whether it's Japan or Thailand or China or somewhere like that. Oh, Farseers. I love Farseers. Okay, I'll do it. Twist my arm. Okay. Anyway, where I was going with that. I like Europe a lot, but I also need to expand my horizons. I think that's always a good thing to do, and need to get after it. I need to focus on what I'm doing here. I can afford another set of rollerballs? Sure. Okay. Make sure there's nobody sneaking up on me. No, there's not. Oh, and I also like to, I found if I play it with it at an angle like this, I tend to overemphasize one side. So I try to balance it a little more. I'm building for the long term here. So let's, ooh, I can't squeeze that in there. That would be perfect right there. But it could be here as well. And then it would get pretty much everybody, almost everybody. Okay. So I'm gonna move that there and put this where? There? I think that's gonna give everybody the photon coating eventually. I don't have the money for it now, but now is not eventually. All right, round 2, let's go. Cappuccino, anyone? I like Europe. Where have I been in Europe? I lived in Germany, northern Germany, up by Hamburg, but not in Hamburg, not even in a city, in the country. But you could get to Hamburg with a bus ride and a train ride. So that's what I love about Europe, is just how well connected it is. not something that's true in America. Like, it's hard to get around America. People, I think, who are unfamiliar with America don't understand the scale of it, and you have to go, like where I live, I don't know, it's like 5 hours to, or 4 hours for sure, to get to an interesting city like Kansas City, Minneapolis, Chicago, something like that. And then, if I'm being honest, those aren't even like the cool big cities like New York and LA or New Orleans. So it's almost impossible to get to those places without flying. If unless you've got like a full week and want to do a trip, load everybody in the station wagon and go. So that's why I love Europe. It's more compact. You've got a lot of culture, right? Like, they grew up, and I think Asia's this way too, but I don't know because I haven't been there. But they developed before cars, right? So everything was, there's a lot more subcultures, we'll call it, and dialects and different food types packed in, that developed over hundreds of years. I don't want to say in isolation, but they were allowed to develop separately, whereas America just kind of has one generic culture. There's not as big a difference between, say, LA and New York as there is between Paris and Berlin, So anyway, I've been to Germany. I spent a week in, kind of split between Utrecht and London. Really liked Utrecht. Like, if I had to move somewhere right now, Netherlands. Dankjewel. And then we did a week in Athens over Christmas. Oh, you should go everywhere. Like I think my mom would kill me, because she immediately, after we went to Athens for Christmas, she immediately locked down the following Christmas. Like, you're not going anywhere. And but it was amazing. That was our first trip as a family overseas, and I had lived overseas, but the rest of my family had never traveled other than maybe like Caribbean or something like that, Canada or whatever. I don't even think that. So they had never been to a significantly different culture. And I think it was eye-opening in a good way, in a really good way. I think travel is such a great way to expand your understanding of the world, your understanding of where you're from, and your understanding of yourself. I don't know why I'm talking so much about things that aren't games. Okay, let's damage. This is one I really like. I don't have a thing to put it on, but I'm gonna someday, and we'll just build for the future. Nothing like a good nanobot. Okay, how much does that leave me left? 580. That's solid. Okay, what am I gonna do with that 580 is a challenge here. A lot of fangs. I don't currently have anything that's good at eliminating fangs, if we're being honest. I could, what would it take to upgrade? I could do, I'm not going to get to build my 2 unit. Here, what if we went to assault mode for marksman? Then they're better at dealing with fangs, and then we buy a couple marksmen. And that's what we're going to call a strategy. Sure. Right? What if we put them out here? Maybe the one thing I like about building off to the side is that they can help out when the AI decides to start putting units on the side. Now I've got 230 left. I'm going to go ahead and get the plus 15 hit points and plus 12 attack for all units. I like to get that, and there's no harm in getting that early. And we've got our assault marksmen who don't have the range of a regular marksman, but they can deal with these smaller units in a much more effective way. As you can see, they're doing pretty good against the fangs. Less good against rollerballs. Guess I should have thought of that, eh? I'm not sure this is going to end well for me. This is so every 3 rounds, to me, they do these experimental units, so that I kind of think of them as boss rounds. I like that he's not dead yet. Please survive. So this will be a challenge. I often lose this round. Hopefully we'll take that down, and then this guy, I wish he weren't charging out in the lead. It's not going to take much to take him down, but these assault marksmen, they're not bad. We've got the roller ball up front to absorb some punishment. Ugh, these are the boss units. But the boss units are gone. Did he survive? He's still there, folks. Can he survive a couple shots from fangs? Yes. Yes, he can. We saved a shield, baby. So, you know, if you haven't been watching or played this game... Ooh. Hold up here. Okay, I clearly need giant units. I wonder if red means rare. I feel like it does. Steel ball production line. We kind of got a steel ball build going, so our steel balls will be enhanced. That's a positive. I actually don't hate having more of these assault marksmen because they can shoot air units. So let's for sure get one unit and put them out wide here. Like maybe there. Trying to leave 4 units between the borders in case I want to put protective units in there. Okay. Now, 400 would be exactly enough to get the photon emissions, which probably would be the smartest play. Although I really like the idea of some more marksmen. So I'm just going to do that for now. Trying to protect this marksman. So it seems like a smart way to do that would be to put another guy maybe right there. But I kind of want to leave that spot for my photon emitters. So we'll double marksman. I'm not a huge fan of marksmen next to each other, but these are assault marksmen, so it's a little different. All right, what do I want for 300? How about some energy absorption? More hit points, healing. That seems good. All right, let's go. Level 4, round 4. I don't hate what I'm getting, considering how entirely unexcited I was by the prospect of rollerballs and marksman. But the assault marksman makes marksman so much more interesting to me, even though, I mean, there are certainly arguments for the regular marksman. It's just not what I'm looking for from a starting unit, because I get overwhelmed so easily by all the stuff other than rollerballs or steel balls that the other team is using, you know, right? So if they're using fangs or wasps or anything, like they're not effective early. They are much more effective later. Okay, right? Level 3 fortress is very enticing, and I said I wanted big units. So boom, there it is. Okay, let's upgrade everybody and see where we're at. 635. Cool, because I can add a shield, which is cool. And then yeah, nano repair plus shield. Yes, please. Okay, so this I love. Now, I don't have a lot of money left. I spent all my money. But we're going to back this guy up. And he's going to win me the game. Ooh. Although, I notice we've got this, bummer. I've got this missile coming down. I'd really like to protect my units from it. How can I do that? Like this, maybe? Like this. That's better. All right. And so, I didn't leave. I haven't spaced my units very intelligently. Anybody sneaking up? No. Oh, golly. Let's, this rollerball unit here needs some love. Let's go like that. Okay. So I haven't upgraded my Farseer to give photon emissions. But I have got the shield going on the fortress. If I get both the photon emissions plus the shields, I'll feel a lot better about life. Okay. My rollerballs aren't terribly positioned. I like them against the sledgehammers much more than against, like, you know, these little crawlers or the fangs. But now I see they're getting completely distracted, so what do I know? Answer? Not much. The problem is, my awesome fortress dude is no good against these overlords. And so I was hoping this overlord would go for him because he is a great damage absorber. But I don't think we're gonna be able to take down these overlords. That's a good timing right there. Oof, oof. Did I just do what I think I did? Why, yes, I did. I won when I thought I was gonna lose. That's, by the way, the best time to win. All right, ooh, efficient giant manufacturing. That comes along at a nice time. Ooh, this would also be nice, but I'm gonna go giant. I don't play a lot of like giant builds, so I'm kind of intrigued by the idea. These guys, these roller balls and these roller balls are at risk. So let's get a giant. Help protect them. Actually, we'll put the giant a little bit in front because they're slower. Did I do that over here? No, I did not, because I'm not smart sometimes. Okay. And then I can get another one. Who doesn't like a good shield? Am I right? Yeah. That will... I kind of want to leave room for the roller balls, but then it would be like that. They need 5. It's not bad, though. I think we're going to go with that. Oh, okay. I spent all my money. That didn't take long. Round 6. So I'm facing the experimental storm callers. I don't know how this is going to go. I mean, they're going to take down my shield super fast, that's for sure. Do a ton of damage, but if I can get close to them, they would go down. I don't think I'm going to get close to them. I think I'm going to lose, folks. Slow units like fortresses are not effective against stormcallers, as you can see by all the dead fortresses. Yep, I'm going to lose. I lost pretty bad. Like, I don't think I'll lose the game, but I will if I lose again. I did lose the game. What round was that? Well, I said that hard was about my level, and I've lost one and I've won one. So, there you go. Hey, like, comment, subscribe. All much appreciated. Let me know in the comments if you enjoy Mechabellum. I could certainly do more because it's a great game. And it's continually being developed. So that's pretty exciting too. Like, I believe it's still, I don't, they may have called off like future enhancements and I just don't know, but it seems like it's getting updated a lot and they are clearly adding stuff. It's a cool game. We'll catch you later. Have a great day, great life, play great games. Tschüss.